My name is Elizabeth Roodhouse, and I am an ABD doctoral candidate at the Annenberg School for Communication, and my research lies at the intersection of social influence, cause-related marketing, and political communication. I have an undergraduate degree from the University of Virginia, where I double majored in English and media studies. And then I also have a master's degree in English language and literature, focusing in the area of cultural studies. After graduating from the University of Virginia, I moved on to work as a web developer, or actually a web project manager at a prominent think tank in Washington, D.C. Yeah, well, I think it would be interesting to cut back to what I said 5 years ago. Well, working for a public policy institution, I've been kind of surrounded with discourse about regulation and net neutrality. So I have a working understanding, not an academic understanding, of kind of those policy debates. And then I'm also working in new media development at the think tank. And then I'm also interested in kind of discovering whether or not I would like to pursue further studies in regulation in new media and maybe internet and privacy, or IP, or IT and new media infrastructure, all of those kind of options that we've explored at this seminar. So I still felt that I had more to learn, and so I came to kind of the flagship institution for communication, which was a good fit. I had been working, as I said, in my undergraduate degree. It was mostly kind of cultural studies. And then I was working in public policy before I came to Annenberg. So one would have thought that I would have either specialized in studying media institutions or cultural studies, but no. Instead, I took my first statistics class and decided I was hooked. And so I kind of transitioned more into quantitative and empirical approaches to studying media effects and message effects. My dissertation studies cause-related marketing, or what I call boycotting, which is the act of purchasing a product for political, social, or cultural reasons. Specifically, my dissertation posits that, contrary to popular belief, people of all persuasions are interested in buying cause-related products, rather than this being a niche, so only educated, affluent, or liberal consumers are attracted to these projects. I posit that anyone with at least one political attitude may respond to cause-related products if they're presented with the opportunity to buy them. So the first half of my dissertation essentially tests this rather strong proposition that boycotting is a behavior that's universally accessible. And the second half tests messages using normative appeals to maximize that behavior amongst those publics who are interested in such products. I think the reason why Annenberg was a good fit for me and remains a good fit given my current career aspirations is that I have one foot firmly planted in the real world. And that's kind of my attraction to empirical studies of media effects. And obviously, studying cause-related marketing is something that's more applicable to working in the private sector. So I've always been uncertain about whether or not I was interested in becoming an academic. And so I've always been attracted to the idea that my work could translate either into nonprofits or into the private sector. In particular, I've always been interested in new media, so I am delighted that my endeavors at Annenberg have situated me well to move into the tech industry.